Is Quinn here?
I'm here.
Is there any way we can call Quinn?
I'm right here.
Does Quinn know that we're going to be doing this?
All
Yeah,
right, we're recording?
can you see him or you can't see him?
Fuck that. All right, come on, let's get this thing going. I got 10 minutes.
Don, there's audio on your end.
Yeah, what is that? I can't get copyright struck with my my YouTube. No, I can, but thank you. I don't hear it anymore.
Mute the TV.
Sounds like it's gone. All right, hi guys, welcome to Mostly Movies. This is my interview. Hang on. Hi guys, welcome back to Mostly Movies. In this episode, I'm going to be interviewing Comedy Store legend, the king of the original room, late night, Don Barris. He's the creator of the universe of Windy City Heat and the god of the Simply Don universe. We also have the lovely Mary Jane, the producer of the Big Three podcast, the Simply Don the podcast, and the Ding Dong Show, which is the show I'm a part of, if you don't know already. Most of my fans actually do. Most of you guys do actually come from Don.
Hey, hold on.
Yes, what's up, Don?
Most of your fans?
A lot of my fans do come from my appearances on the Ding Dong Show, I believe. I have under 200 subscribers, so, I'm not very big on the YouTube, despite being there for 10 years.
I got about 8 minutes left.
All right. Well, we have some questions for Mr. Don Barris. Some of them sent by fans like Eddie Torres and Garrett Shea, who is, by the way, nephew of the famous Karen Holtzman.
Don't mention that fucking woman's name in my presence.
Anyways, this is Mostly Movies. I guess it's a special episode since I don't have Robbie with me.
Who's Robbie?
But Robbie is my friend who is my co-host on the Mostly Movies podcast.
Why did Robbie show up? Robbie's got a problem with me?
No, he doesn't have the access to this Zoom room. So he's frequently very busy because of his job at his video store. Which, by the way, I believe he made a dedicated section to you recently. I can't confirm this, but I think he did.
A what?
A dedicated. He works at a video store in South Pasadena called Videotech. Shout out to them. But I believe he recently had a. He's actually Videotech is the place where I got Windy City Heat on DVD in the first place, the one you signed. But yeah, I think he has. I know he has Windy City Heat. I think I saw.
Can I just ask you something? For your non-fans, people that don't know what Windy City Heat is, why don't you explain that?
Oh, Windy City Heat is possibly not only the greatest comedy movie of all time, but the greatest comedy experiment ever to exist. It is how long has it been going on, Don?
Since 1992.
92. It's almost Perry's anniversary in show business. Since 92, it's been going on. It is a Comedy Central original produced by Jimmy Kimmel, but honestly, Don is the mastermind of the whole thing. He has created a separate universe. As people describe it, it is like Andy Kaufman, but in reverse, where instead of one man being in on the joke, the world is in on the joke, and the one man isn't. Who was that described it that way, Don?
I'm not answering that question.
Okay. But yes, Windy City Heat is possibly the greatest comedy experiment of all time. It is available on YouTube for free, actually. And any one of my fans who I've honestly tried to promote it every chance I get.
Your fans.
Huh?
Your fans?
Mary
Jane has a question. Get to her.
Yes, Mary Jane.
Quinn, the proper way for them to find that and see the Windy City Heat movie on YouTube is if you go to www.simplydonthepodcastnetwork.com. You can hear the Big Three's latest appearances. They've been on the first Sunday of every month, the entire 2020. And you can also click the separate link for the Big Three podcast, which ran for a lot of years. And you can click the link to the YouTube to watch the original Windy City.
Hey, Jane, I just got a warning. I got about 3 minutes left.
All right. Anyways, I'll also include the link in the description, guaranteed. Windy City Heat is, as I said, one of the greatest things of all time. But I'm going to, interview my comedy mentor, I'd call him, Don Barris. So Don, for my fans, the three of them who maybe don't know who you are, because I have actually I do promote Windy City Heat every chance I get, and I promoted this interview pretty hard, I believe. What's your favorite movie, Don?
Before I answer any questions, I got to know, are you still a virgin?
That's correct, I am, Don.
Okay.
You wouldn't agree to the interview otherwise.
No. What is your question again?
What's your favorite movie?
That's hard to ask. It's hard to answer.
Yeah. Mary Jane, while Don's thinking, you can also answer this question.
Mary Jane.
What?
Windy City Heat.
Oh, well, my number one favorite movie is Windy City Heat.
Oh,
And then there are a few others that I like as well. I can't really think of the name. I mean, I do remember when you asked us for this interview, you said something blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm a virgin, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll stay a virgin forever, blah, blah, blah. Movie theme podcast.
That's correct. I did say those exact words.
Yeah. So,
by the way, I got to tell you, this is one of the best podcasts I've ever been on. You're really good.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate it. I know you've been on some good ones. The Gavin McInnes show is actually how I got that's how I learned of you, is through Gavin McInnes, also known as William Randolph Hearst.
I got about 90 seconds left.
All right. Well, we'll keep this brief. Do you have any stories about the Video Podcast Network days that you think are stand out?
that's VPN, Don. It's VPM.
Yes.
Josh, you went to Sundance with them. We did 6 shows with the big 3.
Yeah, the part where Perry got the new shorts. That wasn't scripted, of course, because none of it really truly is scripted. It's suggested.
Don, would
Right?
you like to answer this, or should I?
I think you should. I don't like the way I don't like the way he's trying to corner me into a corner.
That was one of my favorite moments, to be honest with the whole thing.
Boy, go on.
Quinn, the shorts were an ongoing thing because Perry, previous weeks on one of the big 3 podcasts, Perry had physically assaulted Don and Mole, and somehow...
Wait, Mary Jane, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but what did Mole do?
Nothing.
Hold on. That's Quinn trying to be funny right there. I know most, and that's what he's doing.
I don't remember which scuffle it was, but it was one that was more dramatic. And somehow Perry's shorts got ripped. And so Mole, being the wonderful, wonderful best friend in the world and great guy he is, several weeks later on the VPN show brought Perry a brand new pair of shorts. I believe those were also coined as court shorts.
Yes, that was the term.
And absolutely, completely baffling surprise to us and everyone watching live on YouTube, Perry immediately stripped down, took off his pants or shorts he had on. If you didn't know this, longtime fans do, Perry does not wear underwear for whatever reason. And he put on the new shorts.
On camera, with no shame.
He stepped a little bit away from the chair, but anybody with half a brain, we were at their studio. That means it's a 2-wall setup, that's decorated, and then, just past the decorated floor and walls, there's not, there's obviously you're not on camera if you step off the set. So he just stepped a few feet over from his chair, still completely on set. And the look on those camera guys' eyes, priceless.
All right, that's my time. Thank you for that.
All right, thanks, Don. I'll continue this with Mary Jane.
Don, we have some questions from the audience, I believe Quinn has.
Yes, I do. I have a bunch from Eddie Torres and from Garrett Shea, as stated, nephew of the legendary.
Don't mention that girl's name. Just
All right.
had it with her. Never again.
All right. Garrett Shea asks, who are your favorite modern comics?
Okay. Fuck you, Garrett. Next question.
Favorite album of all time. He asked who your favorite band is of all time, but we all know it's the Beatles. Anyone who knows you is the Beatles.
Yeah. Okay.
So favorite album, Don?
I'm not gonna answer that either.
Okay. How about your favorite TV show of all time?
You're really getting a lot of good things here. You really selected great comments from these people.
Well, these are just the questions that have been sent. Do you think society and audiences are more sensitive now than in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s?
What do you think?
Well, I mean, this is a question from Garrett Shea. I have my own questions that I've selected.
Garrett, yes, of course, it's the worst ever right now.
Here's a good one. Can you describe the first time you killed on stage? Not, the one where Perry thinks you killed someone in your apartment.
The question,
because as my audiences should know,
all right,
apologies.
You know what? One of the things that I've learned when a guest is answering the questions, I don't interrupt him as he's starting to talk. That's what I try not to do.
Apologies, Don. I just wanted to make some setup. Don, as my audience should know, but I don't think I've mentioned it on the podcast.
Wait a minute.
Don was
Let me interrupt.
Yes.
That's not out yet.
What?
That incident nobody knows about unless they were there in person. That video's not out yet. Soon it will be put on www.thebig3premiummembership.com, but it is not out yet.
Oh, okay. So I'll rephrase the question.
Know about that.
I'll rephrase the question then. And I'll just edit this part out. Yeah. So, Don, if you would, Garrett Shea wants to know, can you describe the first time you killed on stage? Because as my listeners should know, Don was a prodigy of Mitzi Shore, the late owner of the Comedy Store, which is the greatest club on earth, I'd say. Mitzi Shore, by the way, gave the Ding Dong Show its name. I think is a nice little tidbit.
What is the question then?
Can you describe the first time you killed on stage?
And my question to Garrett is, when haven't I killed?
Well, he's asking the first time.
The first time you got on stage and felt that you did an acceptable job, or the audience, responded overly positively. The first time, the very first time.
Is that your question?
That was Garrett's question, yes. Yes.
What if I told you, why don't you mind your own fucking business, Garrett?
All right. Here's another question for Garrett is, what makes the Comedy Store so special to you?
Because I go up every single night and they give me stage time and they don't fuck with me. What do you think? What do you think the answer is to that?
Well, Don, the audience would like to hear some maybe more fleshed out answers. What? Let me rephrase that last question for you guys, Quinn.
All right.
Don, when you came to Los Angeles, were you going to, in fact, pursue acting, comedy, or being a pimp? And why did you choose the Comedy Store above all the other mediums you could perform comedy at?
Because I could pimp at the Comedy Store, and they didn't discriminate me when I was pimping.
Did you have a pimp name, Don?
Comfort.
Ah, that's a good one, because comfort is love. What Garrett also asked, what comedians, performers, and musicians inspired you when you were a kid?
A guy by the name, a lot of people haven't heard of him. His name is Quinn Wright.
Really? I wasn't aware I was alive that old.
This guy's something else.
Thanks.
The way he acts like he's a virgin, then he pops puss after this every show. He's hauling in puss and just eating it, doing everything he can. Just he's a nasty fuck. Then he claims he's a virgin. Everybody, oh, I love you, Quinn.
Don, I'm gonna have to edit that out because I can't break character. I can't break kayfabe, as the wrestling term is.
Don, so you don't remember any of your influences from your youth?
No, I don't.
All right. Garrett also has some questions for Mary Jane.
Okay.
Is there anything off limits to you in comedy? Is one of his questions.
Hey, Garrett, stay out of her fucking business, you dick. Don't ever ask that question again. Next question.
Right. Another question is, in this chaotic world, what do you do to relax and not feel overwhelmed? As dealing with Perry has got to be overwhelming.
I like to get 8 hours of sleep, and I've grown to the point where I just go into my own la la land if I feel anyone is going to stress
All
me
right.
out or upset me.
Is
And
this-
I do understand,
Mary Jane,
yeah.
is this interview stressing you out at all? Because it seems like Quinn keeps coming from really fucked up positions and he's just trying to set you in his little trap so he gets some information.
Well,
Well, that is the point of an interview, Don. I
And he-
hope I'd get some information.
Why don't
I
you
will
shut the fuck up when I'm talking, Quinn? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, well, listen, because you know where he's going next. He's going to ask you all these questions. Then he's going to ask, Don, tell me about you and Halle Berry. No
Do you
question.
have any info on Halle Berry, Don?
What I said at the beginning of this conversation. No questions about Halle Berry.
Oh, I didn't recall that. I apologize, Don. I must not have been listening.
and I will retract to the first question about having any limits with comedy. And with me and comedy, I only do what I want when I want, and I don't break the rule of don't deny, but I will not, it's just not going to happen. If I don't like it, it's not going to happen. I'm smart enough to wiggle my way around it if somebody's trying to, entrap me in something that I would not consent to.
All right, that's a good limit. Don, I don't believe that you answered the question. What is your favorite movie?
Did you notice that Mary Jane looks good even in her casual outfit
Of course, Don.
Casual costume done.
and her casual costume? Have you noticed that?
Yes, and I'm sure my viewers will too.
You know what I call girls like Mary Jane from when I used to live in Michigan? You know what I call girls like her?
What, Don?
Pretty.
That's a good word for it.
Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you.
I have this question written down, and I don't remember the context of it, but there's a Michael Jackson story, or not Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan story you have, I believe, regarding Windy City Heat. Is that correct, or did I just fuck up and write that down erroneously?
Oh, there's a story, but I'm not going into that.
Okay, no worries. What about an Ernie Banks story? Do you have any of that from Windy City Heat?
Mary Jane. How about Mary Jane had a question?
All right.
I do believe that on one of the Simply Don the Public Access shows, there was, correct me if I'm wrong, Don, it was before my time. I believe Michael Jordan was responding to Perry blurting out the N-word for the OJ trial.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Okay, stop. No.
Oh, okay.
Michael Jordan, John Quincy Adams originally wrote Michael Jordan in the Windy City Heat script. So there's some rehearsals where Michael Jordan was part of it.
Nice.
Okay,
That's pretty cool.
Thank you for correcting, Don.
Oh, the Comedy Store ghosts. I'd like some. Do you have any stories? Have you ever met any of them?
Yeah. One of the crazy ghost stories. In the kitchen, they have by where you get the drinks, they have a set where they put the napkins. One time I started counting these napkins. I counted up to 236. As I was putting them back, I counted them again. There were 238.
Nice.
Where those other two napkins come from?
I don't know. Which ghost was it? Yes, Mary Jane?
If it weren't for one particular ghost at the Comedy Store, I would not be a part of the Ding Dong Show.
Oh, wow. Thankful for that ghost. Which one?
I don't know their name. They didn't formally introduce me, but I believe my second or third Monday invited to be part of the Ding Dong Show, I came in early. And I was rather frazzled that day. And so I got up to the belly room and most of the lights were off. There was like one light in the distance that reflected off all the mirrors, but no actual lights on. And the first thing I thought of when I went in there and it was a completely empty room with no one there is I can leave right now and no one will notice and I'll just call Don later and say I had something else to do. And as I turned to leave, away from the back door, somebody dressed in a doctor's outfit with glasses. Now we had Dr. Karl Pavlov always wore the doctor jacket and the glasses. So I didn't know, I kind of originally thought it was him. And they didn't say, they just gave me a nice pep talk of like, this is a good place to be and blah, blah, blah. And then before I knew it, oh wait, the vision appeared on the side by the back door, by standing on the side of the closed back door that goes down the stairs. And then out of nowhere, Dr. Carl walked in the hallway door from the inside and said hello. And so that the ghost got me to stay when I was
Don't know what it is that makes me love you so.
I can't have copyrighted music on my channel.
Fuck you.
I mean, maybe I could probably swing it. Actually, to be honest, I have never gotten copyright strike. I've never gotten a copyright strike, but I can't monetize videos that use copyrighted music. Although, granted, I don't get enough views to be monetized.
I'm way over my stay period.
Well, I appreciate it, Don.
Are there any other questions?
I have a question for me. Actually, is Landslide versus Go Your Own Way. Which is your preferred song from Fleetwood Mac?
Seriously, you're asking
Yes.
yourself that question.
Yes.
And what do you say?
Well, my answer is I think they're the same. They're two sides of the same coin. Of just the coin is just growing older sadness. One's just a more masculine version, which is Go Your Own Way, and the other one's a more feminine version, which is Landslide.
Yeah, and a female wrote one and a male wrote one. They're two completely different songs. You're a fucking idiot.
Well, which is your favorite, Don?
You have to go with Go Your Own Way.
That's a good one. I really do enjoy that one.
Lindsey Buckingham is Fleetwood Mac. Lindsey Buckingham is a spectacular artist, and it's really a shame he's not a bigger star as a solo artist.
Yeah.
Now I've got to leave very soon because I told you I have given you this much time, and I've already gone past it. And then you're asking yourself questions, and not only are you asking yourself questions, they're dumb questions. Everybody knows Go Your Own Way is the correct answer.
All right. Well, Don, a couple more questions though. Regarding Windy City Heat, how much footage was shot for Windy City Heat?
I don't know.
All right.
Glenn, let me rephrase that, and Don can correct me if I'm wrong. There are rumors of a 79-hour version.
Jesus.
I've never heard that. Where's the 79-hour version? I think there's a 16-hour version. I know that. 16.
Nice.
But we shot for 10 days.
Nice. That's
Don
incredible.
is correct. 16
Let me
hours.
tell you this. If I was a girl, I would be fucking Quinn so hard. And I would choke him just to watch him struggle for his life.
Well, that's a great vote of confidence, Don, but unfortunately that's probably not going to happen for quite a while.
If you're raped, there's nothing you can do about it.
Let me think. You always get people asking if Perry's in on it, which is, outlined in the movie, which is it's not the case.
Not always, because a lot of people realize that movie happened 17 years ago.
Frequently, I should say.
No, it never fucking comes up.
All right. Well, let me think. Do you have any insight on the 1992 incident with Randy Callahan? Because Perry never talks about it. I don't know why.
That's fucking adorable. That's just one reason why I want to just choke you. Look at me. Listen to me when I talk to you. You're gonna die now. How do you feel now?
Oh, thank God. Finally. This one is from, no, that's from Garrett. I want to get one from Eddie. Don, how did you meet the first Ding Dong Show cast member? Who was that? Hello?
It was Perry.
All right. So he just showed up to the Comedy Store one night? All right. So how did you meet Perry then?
I met him at the Westwood Comedy Store. I was trying to figure out a show to do, and I was hosting potluck every night, so I was finding characters. And I thought, wow. And then this guy showed up at the Westwood Comedy Store, and I really felt that he would be a good addition. So I tried to put him in, and I tried to find other people. And then I started when the Westwood Comedy Store closed, I started doing things in the belly room.
Nice. And that included that was where was it the Westwood Comedy Show where the adult baby guy
Store.
bit?
Comedy Store. Yeah, that's how he got in, because he was the baby guy. That's
Nice.
what I was looking for a show. And he played the baby guy where he wore a diaper.
Let me see. Did Mitzi Shore, this is from Eddie Torres again, did Mitzi Shore ever tell you any stories about David Letterman or Billy Crystal screwing up? Melting down, imploding, throwing a fit while they were MC or host of a live show?
When taking these questions, did you ever think like, oh, that's a stupid fucking question?
I'm just reading them as I read them.
I'm just telling you, that's a stupid fucking question.
All right, I'll edit it out. What's your earliest memory of putting music on Schizo's iPod? Schizophrenic Surfer, by the way, is one of the veteran cast members of the Ding Dong Show.
And
He has one more chance this Monday. One more chance, all on his own, or he's fucked.
Let's hope. Inshallah.
Continue, Don, your earliest iPod memory?
when is this coming out?
As soon as I get the file and edit it, Don.
Now,
So probably sometime next week.
if it's anything like, well, you should put it out before Schizo, before Monday.
I'll try.
He should be able to get it done within 24 to 48 hours. That's
Yeah,
your,
probably.
yeah. Don, do you remember the first iPod for Schizo?
No.
Here's another question from Eddie. Were you ever questioned by an LAPD detective about Tennessee Ernie Tuxedo?
Yes.
Can you enlighten us on that experience?
No, I cannot answer that question.
All right, I get it. Legal issues. Who are you calling, Don?
I'm trying to call Karen Wyeth right now.
Oh, you mean Karen Holtzman, right?
Don't say that.
Okay.
I'm on a live. I'm on a fucking thing. It might be the worst fucking podcast I've ever done in my life. Host
Probably.
Hey, Jane, hello.
Mary Jane.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Mary Jane.
All right, I need to talk to you after I get done here. Okay, you have some time?
Yeah.
All right, back to you.
I guess I can bill Karen as one of the members too.
What?
I guess I can bill in my advertisement of this podcast. I guess now I can put Karen as one of the draws. I guess.
Stop. No, you can't. Don't put her
Okay.
fucking, cut this all out right here.
No
Don't
worries.
have her any ties with me ever again.
Did you ever get a date with a Juggy from the Man Show? That's another question from Eddie Torres.
You know what? I did not get to be called the greatest pimp from Saginaw Township, Michigan, and my name Comfort Love is still not looked upon in that area as one of the greatest pimps ever for blabbing who I made love to and who I didn't. So no, I will not answer that, Eddie.
All right. No worries. What's your funniest memory of warming up an audience? As my viewers should know, Don is the current warm-up comic for Jimmy Kimmel Live.
No, I'm not, because the show has not been on since, I have not done that since March 11th.
Well,
But when it
when
comes back,
I'm
you-
assuming when it comes back.
Well, you're assuming, but what happens when you assume?
I guess I make an ass out of you and me.
Yes.
So what is your favorite memory of warming up an audience, though?
Meeting people like you. Mary Jane, you had a question?
I was going to say, I mean, Quinn really cut your resume short. Not only are you the only warm-up for Jimmy Kimmel Live, before that, you were at every single Man show with Jimmy and Adam Carolla.
You know what? Let his research people figure that out.
Win Ben Stein's money as well.
Let
That's true.
his people figure that out.
Speaking of Win Ben Stein's money,
Wait, what about the Dice Clay show? That I
Oh,
did?
and
yeah.
something with Dice and something blah, blah, blah.
I did the entire series with him.
Oh,
Cat
nice.
Reality, Dice Clay. Another one in there, Rosie O'Donnell was part of that show for a while.
You mean the famed Rosie O'Donnell that Perry recently had, like last year, had an interaction with?
Twitter battle, yes.
Oh God, that was the best. That was so funny.
Hey, can I just say your lighting over there at your studio is excellent.
Thank you, Don. It's all natural.
When you fade to black, when you move this way, you can't see you at all.
Yeah, I know. It's. I was trying to get my my new camera body as a webcam, but it's not working out. So I'm using my.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've gone way over my time. Is there any other questions for me?
Here's one for Mary Jane. It's
I didn't
about the.
ask any questions for Mary Jane. I asked if there was a question for me. Go on. Ask
All right.
ask Mary Jane. No, ask Mary Jane.
Yes,
Oh, I've got one for you. Is why is Brian Holtzman so angry? That's from Garrett Shea.
for me or Don?
Either one can answer.
You go first, Mary Jane.
Because sometimes when men aren't too bright, they don't know how to do anything but react as a savage.
All right. It's good to know.
That seems a pretty fair answer.
That is pretty fair.
Where's my question?
Huh?
Where's my question?
Your question is from Garrett Shea. Is what is your favorite place that you've ever traveled to?
Whoa, what the fuck are you doing over there?
I'm just asking questions from Garrett Shea.
Who produces this show?
No one. It's just me, Don.
I like Carmel, California. I enjoyed London, and I would like to travel a lot more.
You've
All right.
never been to Barstow then?
Yeah, that's the potty stop on the way to Las Vegas.
Okay.
I stopped quickly there and left very quickly.
That's fortunate. The leaving quickly part. That's very fortunate. Let's see. Mary Jane, this question's from Garrett Shea. Who's your favorite comedian of all time?
Thank you, Mary Jane.
Don Barris, yes.
That's a great answer. I agree. This
Even though
one's...
I'm better.
Huh?
Even though I'm better.
I don't know if I can agree with that or not. It depends.
Whoa.
I think honestly you're the two sides of the same coin, just like landslide and go your own way.
He just insulted you, Mary Jane.
No, I didn't. I said you're on Don's level.
Thank you. Well, I do understand with your standing in the Ding Dong Show, who is more powerful, the creator
Oh,
and
fuck, that's a tough one.
or the producer? So you were very diplomatic in lowering my status as a comedian by saying I'm not greater than Don.
I'm saying you're at least equal.
This is the worst host I've ever been on a podcast with.
Probably. Mary Jane, a question about your 2020. How did you land Robert William Abravaya? How did that happen?
Well, if you didn't know, my first assignment in the Ding Dong Show, when I arrived at the Ding Dong Show, we had a different cast. We had Robert William Abravaya, Blue Iris, Big Mama McIntosh, Rabbi Rabs, Brian Cosme. Most of the time, Brian Cosme's grandma, father, and uncle. We had Nurse Melonchest. We had James Clare Lewis, Sam the Armenian Comedian. And one of my first assignments was to be Robert William Abravaya's #1 fan, to go right up on the front of the stage and cheer very loudly for his performance, and not to cheer over his words, but to follow the timing of it and get it just perfect. And I did that until he retired his original green jacket in 2017. And so I would regularly interview him, and there happened to be a spot open at the public access studio. So I booked him for a pilot I was working on, Mary Jane's 2020. And Robert was a guest on there twice. And we did look this up when we had the phone call to book this podcast. And I do not believe the second one was ever published on YouTube, but I will locate it and get it done immediately.
That would be great because the first one is brilliant. It is honestly one of my favorite Simply Done, the public access show bits.
Why don't you shut the fuck up?
Thank you. Thank you.
Don, I know that the Windy City Heat universe has a
Hold on. Thanks for taking time away from your Mary Jane kiss ass to ask me a question. Go ahead.
You're welcome, Don. I know that Windy City Heat, the universe, has an enormous just pull. Like, I've talked to people from Nickelodeon since Tom Kenny's in the film. He's actually spread that around Nickelodeon, the Windy City Heat. He plays Santiago, as my fans should know, and he was the wardrobe assistant of Windy City Heat. But you have an astonishing array of just celebrity fans, and who's your favorite? Who is the most impressive, do you think, of your celebrity fans?
Would you like me to start listing them?
No, I know exactly who. Her name is Isa Maranka. Isa Maranka. She is the woman that played when we stopped at the convenience store for water. She is the one that caught the camera with one hand. And Isa, and I'm usually not this way, but yes, I made love to Isa.
Awesome, Don. That's very cool. Here's a question from me. Who's your favorite Beatle?
Oh my fucking God. Are you serious? I will just say this. I'm not going to even lower myself to answer that question, but I'll tell you who's my least favorite Beatle.
That works too.
Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe are tied.
Okay.
Do you even know who those guys are?
I have no clue, but I know now that they're your least favorite Beatles.
First drummer. Pete Best was the first drummer before Ringo got put in.
All right.
I don't know who the other guy is. I assume maybe they're a professional travel fluffer.
No. He was in the band at the very beginning too.
All right.
John Lennon's friend and came in under John Lennon. I've really gone beyond the Call of Duty for this fucking show.
You really have, Don, and I do appreciate it.
Do you have any good questions?
Probably not, but Eddie Torres wants to know is either you or Mary Jane, what did you think of the stories that Zan told on the Ding Dong Show? Were they truthful or fabrications or something in between?
He was a fucking liar.
I agree, Don.
And you know what? I think he left the show because I called him out on being a fucking liar all the time.
I agree. I think that's right on the money.
No comment.
All right. Mary Jane, this is a question for you from Eddie Torres. How many times were you genuinely afraid for your life when dealing with the Scaremaster? Was it more or less than 5 times?
0. He's a pathetic little piece of poop that I can squash under my pinky finger at the drop of a hat if need be.
Yep. That is very consistent to,
I will retract that answer. Some of the smells and aromas, I had been terrified that I might contract a potentially deadly disease or infection just from how putrid he was occasionally.
Yeah.
There's the final answer.
All right. Don, same question for you.
I'm going to start selling these Mary Jane bobbleheads.
Nice.
Can't see it yet. Put it closer.
Yeah, the AI zoom is, there we go.
There you go.
It's lovely.
It's Betty Page, Quinn. It's not me.
I'm aware. I do miss raven-haired Mary Jane, although I have gotten very used to the platinum blonde Mary Jane.
Thank you. Thank you.
This question from Eddie Torres.
Hey, Don didn't answer the last one about being terrified of Perry.
I'm not going to answer that. I just want to make a statement here. Doesn't Mary Jane look lovely in her casual costume?
Thank you.
Actually, that relates to the next question from Eddie Torres. Is when did you decide to become the most amazing and beautiful producer in Hollywood?
I always had that going for me. So from day one.
Mary Jane, same question.
He stole my answer.
Okay.
I
mean, they can be the same answer.
not my fault.
Okay.
Should I repeat that, or was it cut off?
It was a little cut off. Please repeat. Yeah.
I was born that way. It's not my fault.
All right. Let's see. What's another good question I had from? Well, you know. Eddie Torres wants to know, Don, is who was the hottest Hollywood star you ever saw drunk at the store, and did you make a pass?
Hey, can you tell Eddie Torres to go fuck himself?
All right, Eddie Torres, Don wants you to know to go fuck yourself. Eddie does want to know, though, what lessons did Mitch C. Shore teach you about being a live onstage MC or host?
She didn't. She thought that people that did jokes about farts were really stupid.
That was revealed actually this week on the Ding Dong Show, I believe, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I believe that was brought up
And
because Corky
he also said, "Oh, watch out for that Chris D'Elia."
Oh man, that is some relevant content. That just broke last night, actually, didn't it?
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, and nothing's confirmed until police reports and stuff comes up. Can't call him a pedophile.
Yeah.
Be a womanizer. Can't call him a pedophile.
Yeah. Don, Eddie also wants to know if any audience member has ever flashed you with whether it be upper body or lower body during a warm-up.
What do you think?
My money is on yes.
Yes, I was the guy that created. If somebody would show their breast on the man show, I would give them a T-shirt.
Nice.
Breast up. And then who stole that from me when he started doing the audience warm-up for the man show?
Who?
Brody.
I don't know any. Huh?
Brody Stevens.
Oh, that actually reminds me of some other questions. I believe this is from Garrett Shea. What made Brody Stevens so funny?
Who said Brody's funny?
Garrett Shea did.
Okay, fuck Garrett Shea. I'm tired of his fucking harassment too.
All right.
Any questions there?
Who are your best friends in comedy? That's also from Garrett.
I would have to say Brody Stevens. Mary Jane's my favorite person alive, so I would say her at the top of the list. I'm friendly with Brian Holtzman, friendly with Jimmy Kimmel, friendly with Mole, friendly with Saul Steinberger Green Bomb, and there's other people.
All right.
But not close enough to anybody really that got in touch with me during the 3-month hiatus from life. Nobody felt close enough to get in touch with me. So
that's a shame.
Maybe nobody.
Let's see. What steps?
I guarantee Brody would have.
Definitely. He definitely would have done. What steps, Garrett wants to know, does a person need to take in order to become consistently funny and a good stand-up? As a master of this, you should know.
Garrett said that?
Garrett asked that question, yes. Just advice for young comics.
Let me ask you this. Oluwagan Aziz has private messaged me and said that he has a deal for me.
Oh, nice. What's the deal?
His name is Louwagun, Oluwagan Aziz, Azeez, has private messaged me and says, I have a deal for you.
I would block it. It's spam.
I don't know. It might be a good deal. I check it out.
Okay.
All right.
How do I block this guy?
The upper right-hand corner of it, there should be 3 dots, and it says block.
All right.
Done.
Okay.
Nice. Don, you knew Sam Kinison, right?
Yes.
What was the most insane thing you ever saw Sam do at the Comedy Store? That's a question for Eddie Torres.
I don't need Eddie fucking harassing me about private shit.
All right.
The reason women sleep with me all the time is because I keep my mouth shut. The reason I'm able to hang out in certain areas is because I keep my mouth shut. Eddie, go fuck yourself.
Mary Jane, yes.
Would you like me to answer that question for Don?
Sure.
He might have a more interesting story, but I believe the most memorial crazy thing was that Don witnessed when Kennison pulled out his gun and shot up the back of the Comedy Store, leaving the bullet hole in the back of the sign that says belly room in the patio hallway. And then I believe it was so shocking to Don that he ended up walking multiple miles all the way to the beach.
Jesus, is that where that hole's from?
7th Street in Santa Monica. That's 7
Wow.
blocks away from the beach.
I didn't know where that bullet hole came from. I didn't know that was Kinnison.
Whoa.
That's pretty
Kennison-
impressive.
Don, why did Kennison do that, supposedly?
Mary Jane, the reason women make love to me all the time is the same reason I'm allowed to hang out in certain groups, because I keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to go on this rinky-dink podcast with some fucking nobody as the host and spread information like that.
All right.
I believe Kennison assumed somebody was screwing one of his girls.
Wow.
Not true.
Then what was it?
I'm not going to tell you. I just told you why I'm not going to.
Was that the story with the person that drove somebody around?
What?
Some other person drove some girl around and then Kennison caught her?
I don't know what you're talking
You've
about.
told this story before.
Well, you've got it completely wrong, because it's almost as foreign as an Eddie Torres question.
Would you like to correct me? Why
No,
that happened?
Mary Jane, understand the reason I make love to a lot of women is because I shut my mouth. It's
So
the
you
same
made
reason.
love to Sam Kennison.
What's that?
You made love to Sam Kennison?
No,
That's a big scoop.
you're putting words in my mouth. I did not do that. What I did is I shut my mouth.
Okay, well, Don's told this story on,
No, I have not.
you haven't?
Don't mention on this rinky-dink fucking childish fucking idiot virgin.
Don, I do need some scoops. I do need something to differentiate me from the other podcasts.
Yeah, you're one of the only virgins that has a podcast right now.
No, actually, that's not true. There's tons of virgins that have podcasts.
No, they're not.
Most people who have podcasts are probably virgins, to be quite honest.
Virgin? You saying I'm a virgin?
No, you're one of the few that aren't a virgin, I'm sure. Filming Windy City Heat, Eddie Torres wants to know, did Bobcat Goldthwait ever point the megaphone at your ear and hit the siren button?
I don't want to answer that question.
All right, no worries. Let's see. What else do I got? Did you ever answer the favorite movie question? I can't remember.
No.
What's your favorite movie, Don? Just
Oh,
to tie it back into the podcast title.
to tie it back into the podcast. You want me to answer it for reals?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
I've not heard of that movie, Don. Where can I find it?
No, I'm telling you to go fuck yourself.
Oh, okay. Sorry, misunderstanding.
Quinn, I'll give you an inside scoop. I have witnessed Don. I know what Don's favorite movie is.
All right.
You tell me.
He might not want everyone to know.
All right. I can censor it if it proves to be too controversial.
He watches Steel Magnolias on a loop and cries the entire time. Every time.
I've
Okay,
not actually seen Steel Magnolias.
Mary Jane, you're making that up.
Then tell the truth.
I'm not talking to this fucking no-name fucking loser fucking host who hasn't even tasted a woman's vagina before.
I mean, I can't refute any of that. Let's see. Oh, Gregory Von Twinkles wants to know, was that Travis Bickle guy ever able to shop around his demo tape?
He must, you know, that guy was in the, what the fuck was the name of the song? Let me tell you just 1 second. Can you still see me?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I look good?
Yes.
A little blown out, but I can try to fix that in post.
Or you're gonna be doing some of your fucking marvelous fucking fixing it up and post things, huh?
Well,
Maybe.
Quinn, I don't think you have to correct it. This overblown light really enhances his DSLs.
Do you know this
That's true.
song?
Okay, cut it.
Standing in line to see the show tonight, and there's a light.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that music video, he plays the taxi driver that Anthony Kiedis gets in the back with and drives around like a crazy guy.
Nice.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Watch the movie. You know the name of that song?
No.
You don't.
No, but I'd like to know it.
So your people, it's called By the Way, from the album By the Way by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice. I've told you that I know Dave Navarro, or his little brother, right?
I think Dave Navarro might be one of the biggest dicks I've ever met in this town.
I don't know much about Dave Navarro. I just know his brother.
He's told you. He's
Okay.
me, so I don't want to hear your fucking Dave Navarro story.
Well, his little brother
I
frequently
don't
gives me work
wanna
rapping.
I don't want to hear your Dave Navarro story.
I don't have a Dave Navarro story. I have his little
I
brother
don't want to
story.
hear about him. I don't want to hear about Karen Wyeth.
Okay.
Schizo made that mistake, Quinn. So watch it. Schizo
Okay.
claims that he was in a band with one of the Led Zeppelin,
Eddie Van Halen's.
Eddie
Yeah.
Van Halen. So you don't want to take that route in comedy, Quinn.
All right. Thanks for the advice, Mary Jane.
Thanks for having us on. This was a great show. Is there any questions you have for me?
I guess that's pretty much most of my questions.
Any questions at all?
I'm kind of out right now.
Wait a
Those
minute.
were the best of the best.
Have we done an hour?
I think it's been about that. Let me check. Yeah, about an hour.
Quinn, you really didn't research the Don Barris movie
No, you
history
didn't.
very well.
You
He's
didn't.
been in several movies.
Well, he was also in Blood Diner.
Don't tell her. Don't tell him anything.
Okay.
No, you can say what you know. He
Mary
doesn't.
Jane, don't tell him anything. Don't tell
I'm
him.
not. He's saying it.
Let me say this. I just want to say one thing to everybody out there. What is the name of your show?
It's called Mostly Movies Done.
Okay. I do not, and I repeat, I do not support Mostly's movies with Quinn the Virgin Wright. I don't like him. I think he's a terrible host. I think the questions you get are idiotic, and I don't support it at all. Don't watch this.
Wait, I don't understand how they would. This isn't live, Done. This is a pre-record.
That's your promo, Quinn. He just gave you.
Okay, that's a good promo. I'll use that definitely. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it. Don, do you have
Hey,
any
can
social
I
media you'd
say-
like to give out?
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
If you're doing this, I've today happens to be my 890 something shirt that I've worn.
Nice. Which shirt is it? Oh, it's a Gorillas version of a Star Wars Gorillas shirt. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I actually I have a Michigan shirt on actually just by accident.
Yeah. Okay. We were talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Michigan, Don.
Yes, Don is from
can I
Saginaw
finish?
Township.
Can I finish or no?
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please finish.
And a lot of people seem like, wow, that is so cool. Don Barris every day puts up T-shirt pictures. Boy, I wish I could get Don to wear a T-shirt that I could see on his Facebook page or his Twitter, which they all go on.
Instagram. It's your
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. They're on all of them.
Yep.
How could I get Chippewa Middle School, my favorite school that I ever went to? Well, I'll tell you how you could do that. Send a 2XL shirt, anything you want, and tell them how they could do that, Mary Jane. Where do they send it to?
Don Barris, 7190 Sunset Boulevard, number 153, Los Angeles, California, 90046. That's 2XL t-shirt. Thank you.
No, thank you, Mary Jane. Thank
All
you.
right. Don, before we finish here, do you have any plugs you can give? Your social media, for instance. Anything you'd like to promote other
Yep.
than just that?
Well, seriously, since I'm sure most of the people that are watching this are watching it because of me
Probably.
or Mary Jane.
Well, yes, of course.
By the way, have you even mentioned how fucking adorable Mary Jane looks in her casual costume today?
I believe so. But if not, I'd like to reiterate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you like me to do your social media for you, Dawn?
Sure.
Okay, Facebook, Dawn Barris, Instagram, Simply Dawn1, Twitter, Simply Dawn1, Periscope, Simply Dawn1. Every single Monday night at 10:30 p.m. live stream YouTube channel, The Ding Dong Show. Also Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Simply Dawn the Zoom Show live streamed on YouTube channel, The Ding Dong Show. Check out all the podcasts and stuff on www.simplydawnthepodcastnetwork.com. When the Comedy Store opens up again, come by and see him late night every single night. And at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, you can see him on THC Virtual Open Mic on Instagram.
Yep. Mary Jane, anything you'd like to promote?
That's all I have? No, it isn't.
Oh, Reddit, SBTPN.
Go ahead. Cut me off. Go to Mary Jane.
Apologies, Don.
Continue, Don, please.
Nope. No, I'm not doing it.
I believe I covered everything, Quinn.
There was Reddit, the Reddit subreddit, SDTPN.
Yes.
What about that Corky put together?
I don't know.
Discord. I don't know. I'll get a link from him and I'll put it in the description. It hasn't been very active lately though, unfortunately, other than
What happened?
just users aren't interacting. I try to be there whenever I can, but
Why don't you in there every day?
I am. I just, I don't have a lot to post when no one else is posting.
Why don't you make comments?
I mean, it is like a chat room. So if I'm the only one chatting, it is very weird.
Well, start a chat like, hey, can anybody name 3 actors better looking than Don Barris or something like that?
Well, that's an impossible question, Don, because there's no answers to that. There aren't any. Anyways, Mary Jane, anything you'd like to promote?
You could put, hey, did you see the latest Simply Don, the Zoom show? Did
All right.
everybody notice Mary Jane? Didn't she look lovely or something like that?
I could also put, hey, did you see the latest Mostly Movies starring Don Barris, interviewed by Quinn Wright, the Virgin?
I'm going to try to tear myself apart about being part of this show ever. And they're making an injunction to take it down once you put it up.
All right. Well, Mary Jane, anything you'd like to promote?
On Instagram, A with the circle, THESMOKINGMARYJANE. And for Twitter, after the A with the circle, please remove the THE. And on Facebook, I'm Mary Jane, but only the one with me with my raven hair dressed as Snow White, with my no longer with us kitty cat Hashi dressed as Snow White.
All right. If you're here, you probably already know my social media, but it's
hold everything. You can't say anything about Hashi?
I've already mourned Don. I can't have it brought into my heart again. I apologize.
Mourn fucking Hashi, or
Yes, I have. All right. R.I.P. Hashi.
So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all.
All right.
Why didn't you mention the fact that I was on, what was that stupid show that I was on yesterday?
Dead Air with Brian Holzman. You can check out the most recent episode of Dead Air with Brian Holzman with Don Barris. I believe it was Don Barris's second appearance ever.
Yes.
On
Dead Air, I believe so. I believe that was number 2.
Yes.
If you're here, you probably already know how to find me, but I'm at Right on Target on Instagram and Twitter. Quinn Kiefer Wright on Facebook, and I'm going to be going harder on taking pictures. I just got a new camera body, actually, that can shoot in 4K, the D7500.
Wait a second. Oh.
Yes.
I can't believe you said that. The other night, the new Ding Dong Show girl showcasing, Kate Kennedy, asked you to take pictures, and now you're bragging that you're going to get harder taking pictures.
I don't believe I said that, but I said I got a new camera body, which can shoot in 4K. But yes, this is an upgrade for me. Huh?
You can take pictures of her with that if you make the cut of getting to be a photographer for her.
We
Yeah.
got to figure out how to get some of the pictures Quinn has taken to the Ding Dong show.
I've got them all done. I've got them all.
You got
I've
them.
got them all. Ready?
Yes, I have sent them. But yeah, I believe that was my social media.
I can't finish my social media.
Please do, Don.
We need people to follow Simply Down the Podcast Network YouTube page.
All right.
We need to put up, we got to get 1,000 people, and we need people to follow it, and nobody does. And
I do.
It's like, as I'm saying that, I realize I'm doing it on this show.
That's true.
Well, we need like maybe 100 more people. So just anybody listening.
There's not going to be 100 people that watch this fucking podcast. Trust me.
Typically, I get maybe 20 views.
Well,
Sucks.
we need maybe 100 more. So all of you 20 people, if you're not already following and subscribed to YouTube, Simply Don the Podcast Network, YouTube, all those words together, please subscribe. Please share it.
All right.
All right.
I'd like to ask you a couple questions now.
Absolutely, Don.
You went out protesting, right?
Yes, I'm actually doing a thing on Friday, too.
Is that to look for black puss?
No.
Yeah,
No, it's to protest against police brutality, which
you don't give a fuck.
serves everyone.
Yeah, I've heard you talk away from the camera. You're quite possibly one of the worst racists I've ever.
Well, Don, I think I'm going to have to edit that out because that's not true.
If you edit it out, I will go to the press that you're the most racist person I've ever known.
You know what they'll say to you, though?
Well,
Who?
yeah, I know. Just put it in paper, I'll say.
Okay.
Get my social media yet?
Yeah, you did, Don, but you're welcome to give it again.
We have the Big Three Premium membership coming up very soon.
It's true.
Simply Down the Podcast Network YouTube page. We need people to follow it.
Yep. So if you're following me and not already following Don and Mary Jane and the whole Simply Don the universe, you really should. Because, if you like me, I don't know why, but if you like me, Don is where I get most of my comedy influence from.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
What happened on April 29th, 1992?
I don't know about April 29th. Do you mean June 26th, 1992? Because I hear something happened on that date.
No, April 29th, 1992.
I'm not aware of anything that happened on that date that I can think of at the moment.
I think I remember.
I'll tell you, I'll give you a hint. If you don't get it,
How many
happened,
points?
it happened on the corner of Florence and Normandy in Los Angeles.
Was that the, I don't know.
It happened at 6:46 p.m. Corner of Florence and Normandy, April 29th, 1992.
I'm not sure. I'm not aware, Don. Was it, what was it? Hang on. I don't know why I'm not just using Google.
Okay, well, don't. I'll give
Okay.
you your hint. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Reginald Denny pulled into the walk zone with his truck, and because he was blocking some people, some citizens took advantage of that and made sure he never did that again.
Yeah.
Okay,
Part of the Los Angeles riots.
Yeah.
ground zero. He was taken out of the truck. Okay, let me ask you another question.
Yes, Don.
Okay. Hold on. I might. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Is it Mary Jane? You still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Has anyone said anything to you about how beautiful your casual costume looks today?
No,
I
don't
believe so,
remember that. Thank
but we
you.
can always say it again. Mary Jane, you look lovely today.
Hey,
Thank
what,
you.
you fucking pervert.
Donna, Tim's trying to rate me.
I apologize, Mary Jane. I didn't mean to give off that impression.
All right. In 2003, Ringo Starr released a song about his friend, George Harrison. What was the name of that song?
How many points is on the line?
I'll give you 3.
Oh, so that must be a.
I'll even let you go to the computer for this one.
All right.
2003, Ringo Starr released a song about his friend and good buddy, George Harrison. What was the name of that song?
Let me see. It's not I'll Still Love You, but it's Never Without You, is it? No, that was 2001.
That's okay. That was it.
Oh.
I
Oh, okay. I was reading that wrong. Apologies, Don.
What's
So I
that?
have 3 points now?
No, you didn't get it right.
Shit. I always get these questions
Did
wrong.
you look it up again?
I
Hey,
did. I looked it up, and
Ben.
I still got it wrong.
Ben, let's see your dick.
I can't, Don. It's YouTube rules. I don't want to get my channel hit.
Did I give
It's
my
also not impressive, so, you know.
Did I give my social media yet?
Yes,
You're always welcome to do it again.
Okay. I'm at Simply Don. By the way, let me tell you this. I want to see an update right now. Hold on. Don't say anything.
All right?
And this will be edited out.
Yeah.
No, you
Don.
you can keep it in.
Oh, you can keep this in.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to know this. What was I asking? Does anyone remember?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Did you
Ringo
just-
Starr song. The Ringo Starr song, Don.
No, that has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
I can't figure this out now. Oh, if anybody wants to send me a T-shirt, send a 2XL to Don Barris.
Do you want me to do it? We already did that.
Do it again.
Don Barris, 7190 Sunset Boulevard, number 153, Los Angeles, California, 90046.
All right.
And I just want to say, hey, let's keep it real, Crystalia.
All right, Don. Thank you for the interview.
We're done?
I mean, unless you've got any more, stories you'd like to share.
Yeah,
What's
there's
your
a
favorite
bunch.
movie,
but-
Don?
I got to know, where do I collect my check for doing this podcast?
I'll mail it to you very shortly.
So
Don,
you're mailing it to me.
Yeah, I have to mail it to you.
You have Venmo?
I do have Venmo. I'll log in and send it to you after the podcast.
Let's just do that then.
Okay.
How much is it?
It's 4 points actually. I'm paying you in points. That didn't land shit.
In all fairness, Don never said his favorite movie, which is the whole plot of this podcast.
That's true.
no.
What is your favorite movie?
I'm not going to say it.
Damn it.
I'll go with, what's the one with Dennis Hopper?
Blue Velvet.
We'll go with Blue Velvet.
It's a phenomenal movie.
Better get money.
All right. No worries, Don.